Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at how you guys did, all right? We're kind of all over the place on this. All right, so this again, just to kind of summarize what this quiz was about. This was about trying to see if you guys can use that periodic table that we labeled together as a class on Friday or on Thursday and Friday of last week, right? So we're looking at our summary, right? We got an average score of 65, which that's it's not good. All right. You know, most of our scores are here, which, you know, again, about a 65, 67. We want more people to at least be above a 70 or a 75. All right. So let's go through. I've already gone through a little bit and seen what you guys are kind of struggling with. Something you're really good at so far, right? What's the name of the family? You know, you guys are good at remembering, okay, what's my alkali metals? What are my alkaline earths? What are my halogens and noble gases? You know, you're good at using your periodic table, right? That's pretty well labeled on your guys' periodic table, and you guys know how to recognize that. So that's good. But something that is interesting is you guys are getting a little bit stuck on metallic traits and non-metallic traits. All right, so brittle or brittleness and conductivity, all right, are both traits of you know, nonmetals versus nonmetals. They're traits that distinguish the two, right? So if I say something is going to be brittle, right, do you guys think I'm talking about a metal or a non-metal? Speak it up louder. Non-metal. Non-metal is going to be our brittle stuff, all right? What about conductivity? If it's conductive of heat and electricity, is it metallic or non-metallic? Metallic, all right? So you guys obviously, you know, talking to you guys, you know, can tell me, right, that is the case, right? But if we're looking at square 11, right, was it just an issue of we couldn't figure out what square 11 was, right? Garrig, what was square 11? If you don't know the name, just tell me what the symbol was. It was Cu? It was Na, all right? The element number, right, or the square number is going to be up in this upper right-hand corner, all right? So if we're looking at Cu, what's its element number instead? It's going to be 29, right? So we're talking about Na, right? Na, is that going to be a metal or a non-metal? I heard metal, right? And that makes sense. And you guys know that, right? If we went to what's the name of the family, it has metal right in the name, right? So alkaline or alkali metals, right? You guys all knew that that was there, or you just guessed, right? If it's a guess, at least make it consistent, right? So that's what we're trying to figure out, how we can fix that, all right? Let's look at something else here, all right? Let's look at another example, all right? Again, if we look at monatomic versus diatomic, you guys are pretty good on that, right? You guys got, you know, most of you guys said it was monatomic, right? Where are our diatomics going to be? There's the diatomic 7. I'm hearing that. It makes a 7 in the upper right-hand side of the periodic table, right? So you guys got that. Very excited about that, all right? But then here we are again, right? Which one's square 33? All right, I'm hearing arsenic. Anyone against that vote? Anyone for that vote? No, okay, I guess Aubrey's standing alone on here. All right. Diego, you got an idea of which 133 is going to be? Yeah, AS, right? Okay, so we've got 2 votes for arsenic. All right. So arsenic, if we look at our periodic table, right? And again, I did tell you guys that you guys could use that, right? This nice, stealing this again, this nice, awesome periodic table, right? That we labeled, right? We spent 2 days labeling it. You can use it on this quiz and on the test, all right? But if we look at our metalloid section, right? Is AS arsenic in our metalloid section? Yeah. All right. What was the thing that we helped to define what a metalloid was? Did we say it was more like metals or non-metals? Wait, say it one more time. Is it more like metals? Who thinks it's more like metals? Raise your guys' hand. Not asking you guys to talk, just to raise your hands. Okay. So it's first hour, got to remember that. All right. So arsenic, right? If we're looking at arsenic and we know it's a metalloid based on our periodic table, right? Metalloids, we can say, are more like non-metals. All right. So if it's a non-metal, is it going to be brittle or non-brittle? Okay, give me a thumbs up if it's brittle. All right, seeing some thumbs up. Why is it brittle? It's more like a non-metal, right? Okay, so we should say it is brittle, all right, for metalloids. Metalloids are going to be brittle, all right? What's the opposite of brittle? What's the word for that? I'm gonna stand in the back here because this seems to be a little bit more of the happening. You guys have a little bit more life in you. All right, what's the opposite of brittle gonna be, Shelby? Awesome, group effort, I like it. Nice job, guys. Lilia, this bump now. All right, so the opposite of brittle, remember, is going to be malleable. All right, so if it's asking, is it brittle or is it malleable, right? They're asking the opposite but same related thing. All right, now we said that metalloids again are going to be more like non-metals. What's the defining characteristic? What differentiates or makes metalloids different from our non-metals? Semiconducting, conduct electricity. Thank you guys, got the front and the back going. I like this. All right, so if we look at this, right, then we're looking at arsenic still, right? And you guys pretty much got that. You know, we're not quite there, all right? But if we're looking at metalloids, right, again, they're going to be brittle. They're going to be dull, right? They're going to be the opposite of metals in every way, except for conductivity, right? They're going to conduct heat and electricity, all right? Just a little bit, right? They're semiconductors, right? So they're not going to do it fully, but for the most part, they will, all right? And then someone remind me, what does ductile mean again? Give me a thumbs up if you guys remembered what ductile meant. Okay, I see a couple of thumbs. It's thumb over there, thumbs in the back. We got thumbs on the side, no thumbs? That's okay, all right? Ductile, right, is another way of saying, is it a metal, right? And I see Eric using some nice sign language type things. I don't actually know if this is a sign. That'd be really cool though. Ductile means you can draw a metal or a material into a thread or a wire. All right, so let me give you guys a little bit of a tip. If it's asking, is it malleable, is it conductive, or is it ductile, 9 times out of 10, it's pretty much asking, is it a metal? All right, so then what does that mean if it's asking if it's brittle? What is it asking if I say, is this material brittle? Is it what? No, is it a metalloid? Okay, I would say it's the 1 time out of 10. What's the other 9 times out of 10? Is it a non-metal, right? So if it's asking, is it brittle? Is it dull? Does it not conduct electricity, right? That's saying, is it a non-metal? All right, so if you can group your characteristics of elements into those 3 types of elements we have, these questions are going to be a lot easier for you, all right? Let's look at one more. All right, if we look at square 8, all right, what was square 8, you guys? I think I heard it in the middle here. Did I hear oxygen? Awesome, awesome, all right. So that is correct, all right, we're looking at oxygen, all right. The other thing, besides looking at, metal versus non-metal, that I saw you guys struggled a little bit with, was remembering what the difference between a period and a group was. All right, what am I saying when I say period 2? Am I talking about columns or rows? Rows. All right. So when I say period, you say row, period, period, row. Right. So that's, again, that just little terminologies, right, of the periodic table. We don't call it rows, call it periods. In fact, it's on the periodic table on the top left corner, right? What does it say on the left-hand side of the periodic table? It says period. What about across the top? Group. All right. So if all else fails, right, this periodic table is staying up for the rest of the year, right? And you can use the periodic table. I keep stealing this, Hallie. Thank you so much. All right. You can use these on every test, right? And I say these meaning your periodic table that you've labeled, right? And you can use the one that's on the wall for every single test, every single quiz. All right. So if all else fails and you say, oh my gosh, I cannot remember what period was, you can look at our periodic table on the left and say, oh, hey, period. That's going down, right? That must mean the numbers that are going down our periodic table, right? So hydrogen, what period is that going to be in? 1, right? All right, what about silicon? Si. Yeah, it's going to be in 3. All right, well then what about, let's do a really crazy one. What about platinum, PT? Which period is, I'm hearing 6. Any disputes up here? Anyone else for 6, against 6? What are we feeling, guys? Platinum, PT, feeling good about 6? All right. So again, that's how the periods work. The periods go across the periodic table in the sense of they are rows. All right. They go horizontally. All right. And our groups, do they go horizontally too? No, they go vertically, right? All right. So let's look again. What family does it belong to? All right. Family, what do we associate families with? Periods or rows? Or sorry, that's the same thing. Periods or groups? Groups, all right. So if I say, what is a family? All right, I'm asking for what is the group it's in, all right? So again, we're still on oxygen, I believe, right? So what family number does it belong to? Should we have answered gas? Is gas a number? Not really, no. I don't do 1, 2, 3 gas, right? It's, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if it's asking for a family number, it's asking for the number. If it's asking for a family name, then you can go ahead and say it's alkali or alkaline earth or, so on and so on, all right? How does that kind of clear up some things that you guys were struggling with on the quiz? I hope so. But if something still doesn't make sense, 1, I want you to raise your hand now and ask a question that's burning in the back of your brain. All right. And 2, I want you guys to come into B time. All right. We're going to start looking at sending out slips, right, based on these quizzes and try and get you guys to really understand this stuff. All right. I know some of you guys didn't use your periodic tables. I'm not really quite sure why. All right. Some of you guys didn't have it labeled, right? That's okay. Maybe you weren't here on Friday. All right. But all of this stuff is on the canvas, right? Or what else can we do with our phones? Right? What's printed in the packet? We got QR codes, right? Yeah, so you can scan those QR codes in the packet, right? And get to all this material, all right? Review it. You can take these practice tests, practice tests and quizzes as many times as you want, all right? So we really shouldn't be feeling like this. All right. We want to be feeling pretty good. All right. So we've got the test, I believe, in a week. If I'm right. Do I have that memory right? I think I do. So we're having that test in a little while. All right. So we want to be the top of our game. All right. So for the last, I think we got you guys for like 5, 10 more minutes, I think. No, 5 more minutes. All right. For the last 5 more minutes, what I want you guys to do is we were going to do a movie. We're going to finish or do that movie tomorrow, actually, because we had to take some time and do this quiz. What I want you guys to do is pull out your phones. All right, I'm giving you guys time to get your phones out. I want you to get your packets out. All right, and on the first or second page of your packet, all right, you're going to have matching terms and you're going to have your elements. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to partner up, right, with your neighbors. I need you guys to quiz each other on either the elements or your matching terms. All right, so I'm going to be coming around and I better hear you guys talking, right? Because you can't just be telepathically thinking, all right, AS, and your partner can't be thinking, oh, arsenic, got it. All right, I need to hear you guys say, all right, I've got arsenic on here. What's its symbol? All right. So we're going to do that for the last 5 minutes of class, right? Because I know you guys, right? You guys have really busy lives, right? So I'm trying to make sure you guys have the time to sit down and study this stuff, all right? Right? Or at the very least, I'm going to make you study in class. I don't care what you do outside of the class. That's on you, right? Yep, you can scan either the top left or the top right on page 2. All right, again, talk with your partner. Say, hey, what do you need help on, right? I need help on matching terms. Do you want to do that too? All right. Awesome, we've already got Lilia getting the elements on. Or if you can't get the QR code to work, because sometimes technology can be a little iffy, right? You guys have all of the elements written down on like page 12, I think. All right, if you don't want to work with a partner, right, to study, then what I'm going to ask you guys to do is pull up the matching terms and write down in that table all the definitions, all right? So if I come over and you're not working with your partner, all right, or you haven't figured out how to work with your partner, that's what I'm going to tell you guys to do in the last 2 minutes you're in here, all right? All right, hey guys, we got like 1 minute left. Why are you packing up? Sit it down, guys.
We got a whole minute left still?
Yeah, sit down. Thank you. Yeah, I will take your yellow guys as I'm coming around here. All right, gonna ask you guys, what did you study? All right, in this couple minutes that I gave you. Thank you, Gabriel. What did you guys study? Quizlet, what specifically on the Quizlet? Matching terms, awesome. Keep up the good work, guys.